We'll begin in a Shavasana position. Laying on your back, allow the legs, arms, spine, head to relax. Take a few deep breaths into the stomach, exhaling completely. Allowing the breath to return to normal. Let yourself observe the posture, the breath, and the quality of the mind. Inhale, the ankles together, the arms up overhead, stretching right side body, left side body, whole body stretch. And then bring interlaced hands behind the back of the head, gently lifting the head up, chin towards the chest, letting the weight of the head rest in the hands, look towards the toes. Getting a nice stretch along the back of your neck. And then gently rock the head side to side, maybe dropping the head a little bit closer towards the ground. Releasing the head and the hands, bring the feet flat onto the ground with knees bent. And then draw the right knee in towards the chest, hands around the shin, slowly drawing the knee closer with the breath. Release the right leg, switch over to the left, drawing it in towards the chest, taking some deep breath, feeling the pressure of the stomach press against the thigh. Switching back over to the right side, drawing things a little bit closer this time, taking some bigger breaths into the hips as well. Over to the left side, draw the knee in. Release the left leg. And then slowly make your way up into a seated position. Both legs out in front. Long spine, bring the chin to the chest, chin up towards the sky. Chin to chest. And chin up. Look down and up. Coming back to center, look over the right shoulder and then the left. Right, left, right, left. Coming back to center, bring right ear to right shoulder, and over to the left side. Right, left, right, left. To center, chin to chest. Inhale as you roll up the right, and exhale down the left. Breathing with this movement, making the motion as big as it's comfortable for you. Next time chin comes to chest, rotate the other direction. 2 times with big breaths to guide. And then head back to center. Attention to the shoulders as they roll together backwards. And forwards. Relaxing the shoulders. Gently twist to look over the left shoulder, maybe grabbing a hold of the left knee with the right hand, and then over to the other side. One more time, looking over the left, taking a big breath, lengthening the spine, coming back through center, and looking over the other shoulder. Attention to the legs, begin to point and flex both feet. Roll the ankles a few times, and then bring attention to the knee as you draw the right foot in, and then the left, sitting back into the hands. You switch side to side a few times. And then half butterflies, you drop the knee out to the side, bring it back to center, and then switch sides. Getting a little bit of a press in that knee towards the ground to help open up the hips. And then we'll draw both feet into butterfly, press the knees down, and then back, out in front, in, and out. And then we'll plant the feet flat, lift the hips high for a reverse tabletop. Exhale, you drop the hips down, send the legs out in front, and fold forward over the fingertips. Inhale to lift up into that reverse tabletop again, opening up through the hips and chest. Exhale, hips down, fold forward. One more time, inhale, lift the hips high, open up through the chest. Exhale, hips down, forward fold. Making our way to tabletop, crossing the ankles, rolling over the knees. Align wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Inhaling to cow, opening chest and chin. Exhale to cat, pulling chin and pelvis towards each other. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Side to side, bringing shoulder to hip, back and forth. Coming back to center, right hand to the back of the head, lift the elbow high, and then tap the elbow down. Inhale up, and exhale down. Last one, open up. Exhale, drop that elbow. Inhale to lift, and then release the hand and switch over to the other side. Left hand to the back of the head, open up through the spine, and tap the elbow down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale to open, exhale down. Inhale, open up, and then release the hand back down to the ground. Maybe walking the knees back slightly. We're going to come into cow a little bit. And then we'll drop into knees, chest, chin. Glide the chest and chin forward for cobra. and press back to downward dog. Come forward into a high plank, drop through knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Here you can begin to pedal out the dog, releasing one knee, one heel, and then the other, getting a nice stretch along the back of the leg. Release both heels towards the ground. And then bring the right foot forward between the hands, drop the back knee, untuck the toes for low lunge. Take a few breaths here, maybe moving the neck a little bit, adjusting the back knee, allowing the hips to sink forward and down. Some gentle rocking motions if you'd like. Tucking the back toe, lift the back knee for high lunge. A little bit of bounce here if you'd like. Drop the knee, plant the left hand, and bring the right hand to the knee, bouncing the knee out to the side as you bring the right foot onto its outer edge, back and forth a few times. Maybe pressing a bit harder as you open up the hips some, as you feel comfortable with it. Tucking the back toe, retain for plank. Drop through knees, chest, and chin. Glide forward to cobra. Press back to downward dog. We'll bring the left leg forward between the hands for that low lunge. Taking some movements, getting yourself comfortable in the position through the neck, the back knee, the hip. Tucking the back toe, lift the back knee for high lunge. Wiggling around a bit, feeling that stable position. Dropping the knee, right hand plants left hand to the inside of the knee. Begin to bounce that knee out to the side and back to center. Taking it slow or quick, listening to your body. Coming back through center, making your way to a forward fold. Allow yourself to ragdoll for a moment, making adjustments, letting the spine be heavy, the head fall towards the earth, slight bend into the knees, if you'd like. Taking some deep breaths here. And then slowly roll up into a standing position, very slowly stacking the lumbar vertebra, then the thoracic, one on top of the other, until finally you make your way into the neck, stacking the head on the shoulder. Breathing deeply, feel Tadasana here. Exhale to prayer position. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead and arch slightly back as you press through the heels. Fold forward as you exhale. Step the right leg back for low lunge. Inhale. Retain for plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Glide forward to cobra and press back to downward dog. Right leg comes forward, low lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, palms together, up and back. Exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana. Inhale, exhale, prayer. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg back. Inhale for low lunge. Retain for plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Left leg forward, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, hands by the side. Prayer position. Up and back. Forward fold. Right leg. Plank. Knees, chest, chin. Cobra. Downward dog. Right leg forward. Inhale. Forward fold. Up and back. Hands by the side, Tadasana. Prayer position. Up and back. Forward fold. Left leg, low lunge. Retain for plank. Knees, chest, chin. Cobra. Downward dog. Left leg, low lunge. Forward fold. Up and back. Hands by the side, Tadasana. Prayer position. Up and back. Forward fold. Right leg. Plank. Knees, chest, chin. Cobra. Downward dog. Right leg, low lunge. Forward fold. Up and back. Hands by the side, Tadasana. Prayer position. Up and back. Forward fold. Left leg, low lunge. Retain for plank. Knees, chest, chin, cobra, and downward dog. Left leg forward, low lunge. Forward fold. Up and back. Hands by the side, Tadasana. Hands to prayer position. Up and back as you inhale. Forward fold. Exhale. Right leg back, low lunge. Retain for plank. Take some deep breaths here. Drive the hands in. Shift the body weight forward. Pull the pelvis towards the chin. Breathe deeply. Shifting the weight here, making your way to a side plank on the right side. Pressing that right hand in, reach up through the left if it's possible for you. Making any adjustments, breathe deeply here. And then come back through center, making your way to the other side. Left hand down, reaching up through the right. Breathe. Back through center, drop through knees, chest, chin, cobra, and downward dog. Bring the right leg forward for low lunge. Forward fold. Up and back. Hands by the side. Prayer position. Up and back. Forward fold. Left leg. Plank. Knees, chest, chin. Cobra. And downward dog. Lift the right leg up towards the sky for three-legged, and then draw the knee between the elbows. Lift it back to three-legged, knee forward, back, forward, back, and then move it to the right side, back, to the right side, back, right, and back. Now crossing it to the left elbow, three-legged dog, left elbow, three-legged dog. Last one, forward and back. Drop through that cobra, back to your downward dog. Then bring the left leg up towards the sky and draw the knee forward between the elbows. Back, forward, back, forward, back. To the left elbow, back, forward, back, Last one here. And then cross to that right elbow and back, forward, back. Last one of these. Three-legged dog. Drop through that knees, chest, chin, cobra, back to that down dog. Then you'll step that left leg forward for a low lunge. Forward fold. Up and back. Hands by the side. Breathe deeply. Preparing for more variations. Hands to prayer position. Reach up, arch back, forward fold. Right leg back, high lunge. Breathe deeply, and then shift into a warrior two position, dropping that back heel, left hand forward, right arm back. Breathe deeply, make adjustments as you find the warrior two for the first time, and then bring the left hand forward up into warrior one, palms together up overhead. Releasing the hands, interlace the fingers behind the back, open to the chest, lift the chin up towards the sky for a bound warrior. Humble warrior, bow towards the ground, reaching the arms up overhead, the chin towards the ground. Shifting the feet into a wide-legged forward fold, that bind in the hands for a moment here. Shift to that humble warrior at the back leg. Bending into the right knee now. Release the hands. Reach the palms all the way up overhead, pressing them together for your warrior one. Open out for warrior two. And cartwheel the hands to the ground. Lift that back heel for your high lunge. Reach the leg back for plank. The knees, chest, chin, cobra, and downward dog. Reach the right leg forward, forward fold, up, back, hands by the side, prayer position, up and back, forward fold, left leg leads, low lunge, high lunge, warrior two, warrior one, releasing the hands, bound warrior, open chest and chin, humble warrior, fold forward, keep that bind as you make your way into the wide-legged forward fold, and to the front of your mat for that humble warrior, into that left leg. Releasing the hands, swing all the way up overhead for warrior one. Warrior two. Cartwheel down, high lunge, plank, knees, chest, chin, cobra, and downward dog. Reach the left leg forward for low lunge. Forward fold. Up and back. Hands by the side. Prayer position. Up and back. Forward fold. Right leg reaches back, high lunge. Warrior 2, let the breath move steadily through these postures. Warrior 1, arms up overhead. Release the hands to the bind. Nice inhalation opens you up towards the sky. And then you exhale for that humble warrior towards the ground. Shifting into that wide-legged forward fold with the bind. And then to the back of your mat for that humble warrior into the right leg. Releasing the hands, inhale all the way up overhead for warrior 1. And then exhale for warrior 2. Cartwheel all the way down, high lunge, plank, knees, chest, chin, cobra, and downward dog. Bring the right leg forward for low lunge, forward fold, up and back, hands by the side, prayer position, up and back, forward fold, left leg leads, low lunge, high lunge, warrior 2. Inhale to that warrior 1. Release to the bind. Inhale as you open up into that bound warrior. Exhale as you fold into that humble warrior. Shifting into the wide-legged forward fold, opening up through the chest, and then shift forward to humble at the front of your mat. Inhale all the way up into warrior 1. And then exhale to warrior 2. Cartwheel to the ground. Plank. Knees, chest, chin. Cobra. And downward dog. Bringing the left leg forward for low lunge. Forward fold. Up and back. Hands by the side. Breathe deeply. Feel the warmth in the body. Preparing for tree pose. Begin by pressing the right foot into the ground, bending the left knee, and then opening the knee out to the side, placing the heel against the ankle, maybe the foot against the calf, or even all the way up into the thigh. Ground through that right foot, engaging through the core and through that bent knee. You breathe deeply, finding a point in front of you to attach your gaze to. Find that drishti as you breathe here, feeling the balance through that right foot. Slowly release. Shake things out if you need to. And then begin to prepare for the other side, pressing the left foot into the ground, bending the right knee, opening the knee, and placing the foot wherever you are prepared for today. Finding that drishti again. Making adjustments as you get more comfortable in the position. Slowly deconstruct. Bring the feet together, palms together for prayer. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for halfway lift, hands on the ground or along the shins, and then release into that fold. Hands can come to the back of the legs, wherever that's comfortable for you, allowing the spine to release towards the ground. Breathe deeply here, letting go of tension in the neck. Releasing the hands out in front. Step both legs back Make your way all the way to the belly for Sphinx pose, elbows under the shoulders, forearms make an 11 in front of you. Breathe deeply as you release the belly towards the ground, opening up through the chest. Trying to draw the chest forward and relax the low body as much as you can. Releasing from that Sphinx pose. Reach both hands forward, palms face each other, gazes straight down. Lift the legs, lift the upper body. Try to keep the legs close together. Pressing the hips down. Gauge that posterior chain while you breathe deeply. And then release the hands. And press back to child's pose, letting the hips sink towards the heels. The forehead comes into contact with the ground. Let the shoulders relax. Allow the body to release. Slowly make your way up into a kneeling position to close our class. Bringing hands to heart center, we'll chant. Oh, oh, oh. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May be blessed with radiant joy, peace, prosperity, and abundant health. Om Shanti.